Good morning, namaste, and welcome back to my channel and to another vlog here in Himichal Pradesh. So today I'm going to go to Kangra Fort. It is the oldest fort in the whole of India and the largest fort here in the Himalayas. So it should be very, very interesting. And apparently it was built by a guy called Rajput 3,500 years ago in order to protect his empire. So more about that a little bit later on, but first and foremost I will tell you the way. So from my home in Bhagsu Nag, which is the main tourist attraction, you need to walk to Mcleod Ganj. Then from Mcleod Ganj you will need to get a bus to Kangra. And from Kangra, you've got to walk about 1 kilometre to get another bus to Kangra Fort. Well, rumour has it that's what you do. Between you, me and the gatepost, that's what you do. But as you know, in India, who knows? But I'll find out and let you know. I do love the walk from Bhagsu Nag to Mcleod Ganj. Just very hungry, but if I'm honest, just like no decent breakfasts. I really miss my dosas in South India for breakfasts on the way to places. So literally the best I could do is a cupcake. Very nice, but unfortunately it's not very healthy and it's 60 rupees, so overpriced. And I'll just await a chai as well. So yeah, it's not the most healthiest of breakfast, it's not the cheapest of breakfast, but what to do? And I've been waiting ages for my chai. Oh well, I'll just be grateful that I have some food and some chai. It's actually really nice, it's like a banana muffin. So yes, I am actually enjoying it. Again, I'd prefer my dosas and savoury food and healthy food, but it's okay. I'll let go of the fact it's not healthy and just enjoy it. That's one amazing chai. The chai is really reasonably priced. Whoa, I'm spilling it. It's really reasonably priced. That's 30 rupees, and for that big chai, that is amazing. So instead of getting the bus from Dharamshala to Kangra, I've got the shared jeep service. So yes, this is the shared jeep service. It's actually a really ridiculous service, but it is really, really cheap. Basically, they just jam-pack everybody in a jeep and charge them 20 rupees and take them to Dharamshala. I would much rather get the bus, if I'm honest with you, but I'm just looking back at the bus stop, and I actually don't think any buses are running, so I've got no choice. So I'm just sitting by 2 other people in the jeep, and they want to fit 1 more on the seat, but there's no room next to me. That's what I mean. It's a ridiculous service, but it's an experience. So this jeep is filled to full capacity. It's literally how much money can you make when the buses aren't running. I'm squashed in the middle, but I just hope I don't start to feel sick. I'm definitely getting the bus back. I hate the shared jeep situation so much. I'm so squashed. So that's not the first time I've got the shared jeep. In all honesty, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe because it's not the first time I've got it, I'm kind of used to that situation. It was either that or I pay about 250 rupees in a taxi. So the difference between 20 rupees and 250 rupees is a lot. So yeah, the shared jeep was like my only option because there were no buses running. But now I have arrived at Dharamshala. I'm on the bus to Kangra. The bus from Dharamshala took me to Kangra bus station. Kangra bus station is amazing, very hectic but amazing. Those that follow me will know how adventurous it is for me to get on these Indian buses. So I'm on the second bus now. I just asked around about the bus stand on how to get to the fort. So it's not about walking 1 kilometre up the road, it's actually about just asking people at the bus stand, people who work here, not so much the ticket people but just in the shops. And one of the shop guys told me to get on this bus and tell them I'm going to Old Kangra. But from Old Kangra, I don't know where to go. So I will tell the conductor that I want a ticket to Kangra Fort. He might just tell me how to get off at Old Kangra and then get to the fort, who knows? But stay tuned to find out. So there's no such thing as overcrowding on the Indian bus or full to capacity. But the bus ride was free. Nobody wanted my money for a ticket, okay? So I think with things like jeeps and buses, there's no such thing as full to capacity. And I was a bit pissed off this morning in the jeep, but otherwise, as the day goes on, I kind of get used to the overcrowding. People are so nice. I mean, I met these people on the bus who were also going to Kangra Fort, and we walked here together, so we helped each other with the way, and then they paid for me to get in. It's 25 rupees for Indians, 300 for tourists, and hey, I got the local rate for that. It's my lucky money day today, isn't it? Oh, beautiful views here at Kangra Fort, here in the gorgeous, gorgeous Himalayas. So yes, it's really nice to be at the fort. It's very relaxing with the shaded areas and the views for sure. So, as I was saying earlier, this fort was built by Rajput. As you can imagine, many battles took place here, simply because of the jealousies and the greed of others, and they wanted the fort. Basically, they said, he who owns the fort owns the hills. So it's almost like there was this, absolutely dripping with wealth and nature. That's what some people wanted. So there are deities at this temple. We've got Goddess Parvati. We've also got Goddess Devi. I think it's Devi or Durga. I will check my notes. And what it is often things like treasures such as silver and gold were sent to this temple, because people sent silver and gold to the temple because they wanted good karma. So yes, there was so much wealth, there was so much treasure here, and everyone was after it. So the reason why people sent their silver and their gold to the goddesses, one was Devi and the other one was Lakshmi. So Lakshmi is the goddess of prosperity and Devi is the goddess of power. So they thought they would have good karma by sending treasures to this fort. So again, it's all about richness. It's all about wealth. So I think, bit of a twist to this. I think that Lakshmi, she's the goddess of prosperity, but I think it's about prospering in loving kindness, not prospering in wealth. And then there's Devi, who's the goddess of power. And I think that if we're loving and kind to ourselves, we can be loving and kind to others and therefore empower others. That is the yogic way. And yoga is centuries of years old. This fort is centuries of years old, but the fort is in ruins now. And basically that greed and that wealth is non-existent in this area of the fort. So I think that's showing to me that it's the spirituality and the kindness and the goodness that keeps going for centuries and not the greed. You see, I think the hills, they're a gift from Mother Nature. They are free and they're still existent today because it's a gift from Mother Nature. Again, it's not about wealth, it's about valuing Mother Earth, valuing Mother Nature, valuing loving kindness for ourselves and others. So we do prosper and we can be nice to others. So I think perhaps it's about time we had a little look around this fort. Inside the fort temple, and it's really hitting home about how it's compassion and kindness and prosperity and giving compassion and kindness, the ability to do that's really, really important. Because look, there's no wealth left in the fort. It's not about the money, it's about compassion. Thank you, Devi. Thank you, Lakshmi. So, facilities-wise, there are toilets at the fort, there's drinking water, very clean drinking water, filtered water. There's some shade, but when you are walking around the fort, there's no shade at all. What you'll find is a lot of people will wear towels on their heads or they'll take umbrellas. I've got a band, but it's not giving much shade, and I have my glasses. But it's super, super hot. It is monsoon time, so perhaps take some sun protection. In terms of meals, no, there's not much, and you can't really pack your own because I did see monkeys here. So my advice would be is really fill up on breakfast and bring a sun umbrella. So the cows are definitely hungry, and I'm hungry. Oh, I'm so glad that I found a little dubber because I'm so hungry, and the Maggie will fill me up. This is such a good dubber. I've just finished my Maggie. It was gorgeous. So I'm just like sitting on like a little sofa, and the guy here would just sort of like cook my Maggie in his kitchen. So it's an open plan kitchen. So it's just like going home in your living room coming here. And this number is very close to Kangra Fort. You can't miss it. How I missed it, I don't know. When I was on my way here, I think I was just talking to people, so I missed it. But this is very good for snacks. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it. So the place is so nice. I'm still hungry, so I'm going to stop for a chapati. So I filled up on an amazing lunch. I had Maggi, I had chapati, I had potato subji, a bottle of water. So basically I've got 2 meals and a drink for 75 rupees. 2 meals and a drink for under 100 rupees. Amazing. So I think I would like to get an auto actually to Kangra bus stand. It's not that far really on the bus, but it's so overcrowded, it's so hot. So I don't know if there's any tuk-tuks around, so I'll either get a tuk-tuk or a bus and see what happens. So I did try and get the bus back. I waited ages for the bus, it just like didn't turn up. So I've got an auto, and the auto is 150 rupees to Kangra bus stand, so I think that's a good price. And it's important that I do get to Kangra bus stand, because I must get my bus back to Dharamshala, because I've got to make sure I at least get the last bus back, for sure, because it's 1 hour away, and I certainly can't afford to tuk-tuk all that way. So yeah, it's good that I'm in an auto going back now to Kangra bus stand and ready to get my bus back to Dharamshala. So I've made it back to Mcleod Ganj, not quite to Bhagsu yet, but I'm having a break in Mcleod Ganj. Everything was really smooth sailing actually. What it was is I got my bus from Kangra to Dharamshala, and then very quickly got the bus from Dharamshala back to Mcleod Ganj. So yes, the fort was incredible. I think one of the most prominent things about this fort is in 1615 Akbar's tried to siege the fort, and the local people just didn't like it at all, because it was pure greed what they were trying to do, and a lot of it was theft. So that was one of the most prominent things about Kangra Fort. So yes, it's great that I got back. The places itself now actually seems really overcrowded. Not so much Kangra, and not so much where I live in middle Bhagsu, but just when I go out and about. And I think what's quite concerning is the amount of black smoke coming out the buses. So next time I go out, I think I'll wear my mask. Of course, not afraid of corona. There's no corona here. It's more the fact that it's so heavily polluted that I had to take my inhaler when I got off the bus. As you can see, there's probably some background noise going on too. But anyway, with the overcrowding and the pollution, you know, the black smoke is really, really bad for the lungs. It's not very yogi to be inhaling that. So again, a mask can solve that problem. And now that I'm all sort of like sitting here and chilled, a cup of tea is going to solve all issues and my tiredness. But brilliant day out at Kangra Fort. Thank you all very much for watching. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Om Namah Shivaya. So if you like the vlog, then you know the drill. Just hit the like button. And for those that like traveling and like yoga and want to hear more about it and more details, then you're welcome to subscribe to my channel. Although this is like a yoga and travel vlog, people have requested a day in the life vlog, so perhaps that'll be the next vlog. So thank you all very much. Namaste and bye for now. And and the all-important costs I completely forgot to tell you. You'll be absolutely fine on 600 rupees if you can get into Kangra Fort as a citizen, as in 600 rupees for everything, including the entrance to the fort, the snacks, your meals, your transportation, including if you want to get a rickshaw. But I'm afraid if you're not an Indian citizen, then you'll need to go on about 1,000 rupees. Okay.